Thank you, Janice. Tonight we honor Brendan Carroll, a senior associate in the food, drug, and device practice at Alston & Bird. Brendan is an extraordinary pro bono role model. Despite being a first year, he was handling legal aid pro bono cases within months of joining Alston & Bird in 2011. Brendan's first client was Alicia Bird, a single mother with 2 children. For months, Ms. Bird had been experiencing serious flooding and water damage in her apartment. Although she had repeatedly reported her problems, the landlord had failed to make effective repairs. Brendan and a colleague jumped right in and filed the case in DC's Housing Conditions Court. The court dispatched a housing inspector who cited over 20 violations. Before long, the landlord made the repairs. In preparation for tonight, we reached out to Ms. Bird, who was overjoyed to hear that Brendan was getting an award. "My lawyers were fantastic," she said. "I never would have known my rights without them." But then she added, "I think my landlord is really scared of Brendan." Now when things go wrong, he fixes them right away. In other words, even years later, the work that Brendan did is benefiting Miss Bird and her children. And we are too, because since that experience, Brendan has been an unstoppable pro bono force. For 5 years, Brendan has been Alston & Bird's primary liaison with legal aid. And during that time, Brendan has handled numerous landlord-tenant cases referred from legal aid, helping his clients navigate the overwhelmingly stressful experience of defending an eviction action. As another client, Shanice Jones, aptly put it, "I think I might have been evicted if not for Brendan." In addition to handling housing cases on his own, Brendan supervises and mentors more junior associates, and he has actively enlisted several colleagues to handle child custody cases, an area where legal aid is always in need of pro bono help. Although Brendan is being honored tonight for his involvement with our pro bono program, he also has been an extraordinary leader in the Generous Associates campaign, serving as one of the citywide co-chairs during our record-breaking runs. Time and again, legal aid has found that one committed lawyer can make an immense impact by raising legal aid's profile at his or her firm and getting more colleagues involved in pro bono cases. Brendan is a prime example, and it is my great pleasure to present the 2016 Klepper Prize for Volunteer Excellence to Brendan Carroll.
It's over here. Thank you all very much. I am very honored and humbled to be standing in front of you all tonight. And I'm also thankful that getting quoted in the newspaper for a Kim Kardashian Instagram post is no longer the highlight of my legal career. I first want to thank Marty and Arlene Klepper, the terrific staff and the legal aid family, everyone who has mentored me over the years. I'd like to thank my firm, Alston & Bird. Alston is not simply a firm that encourages or allows its associates to do pro bono work. It is a firm that instills in you the value of engaging in pro bono work and provides you every opportunity, every resource, and the freedom to see that work to the end. And lastly, I'd like to thank my parents. Just last week, they joined my brother, who for many years was bankruptcy attorney at Jones Day up in New York, as he was recognized by the YMCA of New York as its Volunteer of the Year. And so I'm thankful. Justin and I are a reflection of you, and we follow in your example. I've been asked a number of times by colleagues, by friends, by family, what exactly it was that I did to earn this recognition. It's a tough one at first, but I think I've got an answer, and I think it's very simple. When I was a first-year associate, I walked through the doors of legal aid, and I met Jody Feldman, I met Greg Kelly, and I met Eric Angel, and I met all of the staff that are the driving force behind legal aid, and that's it. Because when you meet the folks at legal aid, you learn about the impact that this organization has on the community. You feel the passion that they have for their work, for their clients, and for each other. And you are overcome with a sense of duty to carry out the mission that they carry out. When you meet the folks at legal aid, you find ways to engage yourself, to engage others, to fulfill the responsibility that you have as an attorney, as a member of the DC community, and as an individual. You recognize the significance that your small actions and your donations have on the greater community and those that are less fortunate around you. And you truly understand what making justice real really means. And so to the young attorneys out there, I encourage you to meet the folks at Legal Aid, because you'll understand that while there is a distinct value attached to a billable hour, a pro bono hour is priceless. And to the firm leaders out there, I implore you to not simply allow or encourage your associates and your attorneys to do pro bono work, but to truly value it and to enable your attorneys and to champion the work that they do. Because when you meet the folks at Legal Aid, you aren't just donating your time, you aren't just donating your money, you are profoundly impacting the lives of many others. And that is something that we should all partake in. Thank you.